Ceasefire or not, or yes. XRP and ZEBEC are the chosen ones. We'll get into that today and more. As always, cue my guy Indigo Saint. Let's get it. Boom.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. That course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
Let's go, guys. What is up in here on a Tuesday? And hey, there was a ceasefire, or was there? Okay. And we're going to get into it. ZEBEC and XRP are the chosen ones. But first, for our partner, DCENT Wallet, let's play a commercial for you.
Your crypto deserves the best protection. So why settle for less? DCENT Crypto Wallet isn't just another wallet. It's safe, secure, easy to use, and supports your favorite cryptocurrencies all at the touch of a button. And now with my exclusive link, you'll save $30 on your new wallet. Better security, smarter investing, $30 in your pocket. Click on the link now and secure your better security today.
Awesome. So $30 off for one, $99 off for two. The best way for you to support the channel and help yourself, buy a DCENT wallet. It's a cold storage wallet. It helps your crypto be safe, and it helps the channel as well. So hey, we in here, guys. Nice to see everybody in here. WF Capital, my guy. What's up, BBS? What's up, Crunk City? What's up, Lychee? What's up, guys? Appreciate you guys being in here. Let's get right into it here. Let me present. So there was a ceasefire. This was posted June 23rd, yesterday. Donald J. Trump says, congratulations to everyone. It's been agreed by and between Israel and Iran, there will be a complete and total ceasefire. He says all one word. In approximately 6 hours from now, when Israel and Iran have wound down and completed in their progress final missions for 12 hours, at which point the war would be considered ended. Officially, Iran will start the ceasefire, and upon the 12th hour, Israel will start the ceasefire, and upon the 24th hour, there will be official end to the 12-day war. Will be saluted by the world during each ceasefire. He says ceasefire like a whole bunch of times here. There might be something to that, but anyways, official end to the 12-day war will be saluted by the world during each ceasefire. The other side will remain peaceful and respectful on the assumption that everything works as it should, which it will. I will like to congratulate both countries, Israel and Iran, on having the stamina, courage, and intelligence to end what should be called the 12-day war. There might be something to that as well. The war is there. This is a war that could have gone on for years and destroyed the entire Middle East, but it didn't, and it never will. God bless Israel. God bless Iran. God bless the Middle East. God bless the United States of America. And God bless the world. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. So, ceasefire here. But was it? Here a day later, we share this tab. They're now saying, well, it's not a ceasefire and maybe not a ceasefire. That there was a ceasefire, and it seems like they decided to break the ceasefire. But, you know, let's see what Donald has to say here.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
So he said both violated. Let me just make sure you guys can hear the sound. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound here. I'll just wait for a second just to make sure you guys can hear the sound from Donald Trump there. Okay, somebody let me know we can hear the sound and we continue going here. Okay, I'm just gonna hope that you guys can hear the sound. So I don't see anybody answering that they can hear the sound or not from Trump. I'm just gonna play it here. Hope you guys can hear it.
Israel says that Iran violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed?
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them.
So he says he's not happy with Israel. Okay, you guys can hear it. Awesome. Says he's not happy with Israel. You know, ceasefire doesn't seem like it's working as of right now.
I'm not happy with Iran either, but I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Do you have to respond to Iran?
Okay, the tough talk and walks off like a boss. That's crazy. That's wild. He's like, they don't know what the F they're doing. Walks off with his pimp hand strong right there. Gotta see that one more time. That's pretty funny to me.
Long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Watch this. That's wow. Look at that. Pimp hand swanging. Look at that. That's hilarious, y'all. But as far as the market is concerned, that's pretty hilarious right there. Share this tab. As far as the market is concerned, down, right back up. Little V-shaped recovery. So again, if you were someone, and I came on a couple of days ago, I'm like, okay, we've seen it all before. Like, I hope you're not selling. You know, I mean, not financial advice. Do whatever you want. You know, I'm not anyone's financial advisor, but here we are. V-shaped recovery, right? You can look at a bunch of different cryptos. You can look at ZBCN, see the same thing. You can look at Hedera, HBAR, excuse me, and see the same thing. So V-shaped recovery on a lot of our different cryptocurrencies out here. So again, you know, this is why you don't panic. This is why you act like you've been there before. And kudos to anyone who didn't go out and panic sell, right? And, you know, for our community, I tried to come on and, you know, be the calming force. Okay. So, you know, on its face, and again, when I say on its face, we'll discuss in the Patreon. I'm going to put out some exclusive content for the Patreon, if not today, tomorrow, about if you believe this on its face. Okay. On its face, you know, it looked good and maybe it's not good. Maybe it's good again. We shall see. But if you believe this on its face, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. We'll see. If they actually ceasefire, it's going to be a great thing. Donald Trump's going to look like a huge peacekeeper, definitely worthy of a Nobel Peace Prize. But we shall see how this goes, right? But again, if you believe it on his face, we'll talk about that more in the Patreon, and we'll get into some of the nitty gritty of that in the Patreon. Okay. Shout out to the Patreon. I'm going to start, like, you guys keep asking me about wanting exclusive content about symbolism, exclusive content about kind of the history side, which I really like to get into on here. And sometimes YouTube doesn't like that content, so to speak. So I'm going to bring that to the Patreon. So shout out to the Patreon. You guys are going to be receiving that. Yeah. So that video will be coming either today or tomorrow. But yeah, here we are, V-shaped recovery. I'm really happy about that. Now, before we go into why ZBEC and XCN, or I'm sorry, ZBEC and or ZEBEC and XRP might be the chosen ones, let me continue to look in the chat here, see what we got. What's up, Charlie J? What's up, Milk Money? What's up, Lay Square? What's up, TK? What's up, Phantom Beat? What's up, Sis in the House? What's up, Victory V? What's up, let's say Jara Rutledge? What's up, David F? Yep. What's up, guys? So this is great stuff. In that we had a lot of things go on with XRP here coming up here. And I want to highlight someone's video here that we're going to listen to a little bit of it here. But we'll give you some backstory. Let me bring up the backstory here. So a guy that helped create XRP, Arthur, I think his name's Arthur Britto. Okay, here, let me find his thing here. Okay, we got him, Britto. His first tweet in about 13 years, okay? And this guy is an XRP guy. He helped create XRP. His first tweet in 13 years, and it's this. Okay. And then somebody asked Gronk what that meant, right? And Gronk basically said something like, let me see if I can find it. Okay. Dear Gronk, what does the emoji symbolize? Please answer in the style of Mr. Miyagi from the Karate Kid franchise. Daniel-san, this emoji like still water. No ripple, no sound, but deep inside it holds many truths. And when you have no words like emoji, you must listen. You must feel. Like the crane standing by the river, waiting for the right moment. Silence, not empty. Daniel-san, full silence, full of wisdom. So pretty interesting answer there. But this guy tweeted for the first time in 13 years. And even David Katz or David Schwartz, we know is an XRP founder as well. He says, I can confirm this was not a hack or a compromise. This guy's first tweet in 13 years, and we got our guy Jetpack already on it here. Very cool. So let's now go to this video and see what they have to say a little bit about it. And shout out to this content creator. Let's see if his name, we'll give you his name after this because it's being covered up for some reason right now. But we'll give you his name after this. Okay, there we go. And shout out to Crypto Clay for the $5 super chat. What up, my brother? Thank you for the amazing ZBCN content. Shout out from the Mickle Mafia. Let's go. Love it, bro. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate it, brother. Thank you. So here we go. Here we go with this. And you guys know how I enjoy symbolism, okay? So we're going to look at some of the symbolism, okay?
was posted 589 days ago, guys, to the day today, right? So it seems like from today onwards, we're about to reach that finish line here shortly. Now, it all matters about price, right? XRP $10, $20, $50, $100, $589, $1,000, $10,000. What could it be? Here it goes. Arthur Britto, in plain sight, literally confirmed 4 digits. Why? Baba Cooks told us once upon a time XRP goes to 4 digits, which means $1,000 to $9,999. Okay, 4 digits. So in that range, guys, in 13, it happens only on 13. But you may be wondering, what is 13? Here comes Arthur Britto confirming that same exact theory, guys, right, from Baba Cooks and the Riddlers. Arthur Britto, look at this, 13 years after the XRP ledger launched.
So 13 years after the XRP ledger was launched, Arthur Britto's first post in 13 years. Okay, we just showed it to you. So the XRP ledger was launched June 2012. Shortly thereafter, they were joined by Chris Larson, and here we go. Here we are in 2025. His first post in 13 years. You guys know how I love symbolism and numbers. I'd just like to point something out to you. So there's, and shout out to Simon Family Investments. We've gone over this with them too. Shout out to Erin, and RIP to her husband, Simon. Definitely missed in the community. We look here at Bitcoin. One of the attributes of God is immutability. Immutability is not changing, okay? That's basically what immutable means. So if you look at this, you'd see in different ordinal ciphers, there's 4 of them. You don't really need to understand how the ciphers break down, but you can just follow the numbers like a pattern, like a chart, like a crypto chart. So with the name Bitcoin, we have 72, which 7 and 2 adds up to 9. 3 and 6 adds up to 9. 1 plus 1 plus 7 equals 9. And 4 5 equals 9. So the number 13 itself, if you were to spell it out, same. So 9 plus 9 is 18, and 18 is 1 plus 8 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9. So pretty interesting here as far as like immutability in the number 13. I know we've always been taught that the number 13 is unlucky. To me, it's immutable. It's immutable. So it's an attribute like of God. So you can look at the number of 11, and if you're a Stranger Things fan, L from Stranger Things, L is another word for God, by the way. So L, 11, 6 plus 3, 9, 7, 2 plus 7, 9. We already went over that one, and 2 plus 7 is 9. So 11, that's another one there. So interesting that it's 13 years, okay? Very interesting. So, I wasn't sharing all that time. My bad, guys. So, again, we got 11, 13 in Bitcoin, all immutable. So, got 9s here, 9s here, 9s here, 9s here. Same, all of them, immutable. You have a lot of things with the Stellar platform that have that same ability, or that same kind of numerical look to them. So Stellar, Lumens, same deal. Velo, same deal. SHX, but you got to do, because remember how they spell it, they do a small x. That means you don't include the x. So SH, there it is. Pretty cool. Makes me really bullish. You know we're bullish on SHX around here. No, we're bullish on XRP and things around here. So that number 13 is pretty big, at least to me. So pretty interesting there. If you like symbolism and you like numbers, that's something, right? But also here, let me see if I can find it. It's 900. Okay, the whole 589 thing comes up as well. So basically, since he made the post, let me see if I can find it here. It's 13 years from the post, right? So, since his first post, but it's also 5,890 days since he made that post. Let me see if I can find a reply where I reply to that. So that's also just extremely intriguing. Okay, here we go. From notfinancialadvice.crypto, today, 6/23/2025, the date Arthur Britto broke his silence, marks exactly 5,890 days since May 8th, 2009, the exact date highlighted in his recent 589 video. So definitely go check out his 589 video. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. And if you're not familiar with the whole 589 thing, he has a 589 video. Max has a 589 video. And if you look at Brad Garlinghouse's X or Twitter, he's following 589 people. So that's just some interesting, wild, interesting stuff there. Okay. So what can it all mean? It may mean that the XRP people are kind of signaling to us. We know that ISO goes live, at least for FedWire, that goes live on 7/14, right? Which is the jackpot date, because 7 is July and 14 is 2 7s added together. And David Schwartz showed us this jackpot picture just out of the blue. Okay, I don't have that pictured right now, but you guys, I have shown that to you before. Let's see if we can find it. I'll just see if I can find it right quick, because that's even more fuel for the fire here for our argument. David. Okay, so let's see if we can find it here. So yeah, he just says jackpot, okay? And just June 1st, 6/1/2025, he just says jackpot, right? Oh, wow, wait. Okay, yeah, so he just says jackpot on this day, which is interesting. Is that right? Okay, well, yeah, so he says jackpot on this day, which is very, very interesting. So the whole jackpot thing could be pointing to that date of 7/14/2025. Again, right? So just more fuel for our fire here. Now just to connect all of this info to ZEBEC, okay? Let's bring out our guy Jetpack again here, and we're gonna highlight some stuff from Jetpack here. Shout out to you, Jetpack. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go bring up this from Brad Garlinghouse.
believe you get paid once a month. In the United States, you get paid once every 2 weeks. Has everybody thought about why you get paid once a month or once every 2 weeks? It comes down to the friction of payments. And if we can remove the friction of payments, why can't you get paid every day? Or even more crazily, why don't you get paid every hour or every second? You could have a stream of value showing up in your whatever repository of value.
Every second, a stream of value. That's ZEBEC. Hands down, no question. Okay.
Stream of value showing up in your whatever repository of value. Now, why you need to get paid every second, I'm not sure. But I do think there's a lot of dynamics that have been built around getting paid every 2 weeks or getting paid every month. And as we remove the friction of payments and make that dramatically easier, I think you're going to see secondary and tertiary effects that are very difficult to predict, just like we couldn't have predicted Grab 20 years ago. Believe you
Hands down, right there. That's just a major call out to ZEBEC, right? We already know Circle has been on fire. So has ZEBEC. When Circle moves, ZEBEC moves. Simon has already pointed out to us in the last compliance spaces. If you haven't seen my show where I go and I break down the spaces in which Simon talked about compliance, you should definitely go ahead and do so. Again, definitely go follow me if you guys have not followed me already on YouTube. Let me bring that up for you. So if you have not seen this spaces, believe me, you definitely want to see the spaces where I broke down, or you definitely want to see the show where I broke down this ZEBEC compliance Twitter spaces. This is one of the biggest spaces, one of the greatest spaces to let you know what ZEBEC is going to be in the future, right? Okay. They're basically embedding digital identity. I'm saying that, not Simon. He didn't use those exact words, but to me, that's what it translated into. They're embedding digital identity into their payroll stack. That's going to allow them to do so much in the future. Definitely check out this video, ZEBEC compliance, if you haven't already. Okay. And definitely also check out this World War III fears, what's next for SHX video if you haven't already. I'm really liking SHX in the future, right? In the near future. Okay. When that whole thing goes live with FedWire 714, I'm high on ZEBEC for that. I'm high on SHX for that. And I'm high on XRP for that. Okay. Now, another thing that the Patreon people got, where they got a stock watch list. Okay. We're going to cover one of those stocks today, only because it's popping off. And I think it's giving us a precursor. Well, we're going to cover two of those stocks today. They're giving us a precursor to what's going to happen coming up here on 7/14. Okay. They're giving us a precursor, and it's already happening in the stock market right now. Okay, let's go ahead and bring that up here. Again, Patreon people got this a long time ago, so I hope they got in on this. So let's look at Robinhood here. Robinhood went bananas. I don't have the news clipping for you right now, but you can go do the research yourself. Kathy Wood dumped some of her Circle stock for Robinhood and AMD stock. Okay. Robinhood, guess what you can buy on Robinhood? So in Robinhood Wallet, you can buy ZEBEC, okay? On Robinhood itself, you can buy XRP, okay? So really, a play on Robinhood is a play on XRP. And it went bananas, okay? Some say it's an all-time high, but if you look at its weekly chart, it's technically not an all-time high, but some say it's an all-time high, okay? And it's going to continue to go because as XRP goes, I think Robinhood's going to go as well. So we've been in on this for a while, quite a while. You can ask E in the Patreon. We've been talking about Robinhood since like $30, okay? So we're not just crypto over here. We're also stocks that relate to crypto, and Robinhood is one of those stocks. They bought Bitstamp, so they're international. It's not just Robinhood. They also have Bitstamp, so they're MiCA ready as well. Very high on this. And this stock has never split either. So one of these days, I do think Robinhood stock splits, and oh man, sky's the limit then, right? So Robinhood, I think, is tipping us off that XRP is going to have a nice time, okay? I also gave in a Patreon to the patrons a stock that's XRP specific. We're not going to talk about it for the Patreon people. They got it first. But we're also going to talk about one stock here. IBM, okay? IBM, killing it right now. Killing it. Who's backed by IBM? Stronghold is IBM. HBAR is IBM. And shout out to my guy, Blue Collar Crypto. He made a connection today to ZEBEC and IBM. Okay. So ZEBEC is partnered with Mural. And Mural is partnered. Okay, so Mural, trusted by the world's most security conscious enterprises. Intuit, which a lot of people are also buying on the stock market. Intuit, IBM, Autodesk, Microsoft, Atlassian, Adobe, Steelcase, Jacobs, and Abercrombie and Finch. Did I say Autodesk and Microsoft? But yeah, I think the biggest focus here for us is IBM and Intuit. Okay, so IBM, again, we can go and look at IBM. Shout out to Blue Collar Crypto for this find. If you're not following this guy along with Jetpack, you're doing yourself a disservice. Shout out to my guy Blue Collar Crypto over here. Okay. Yeah, so let's go and look at strongholds in IBM. So you can see that. So IBM is strong. They're strong with Stronghold here. IBM leverages Stronghold's blockchain infrastructure to transform payments. We know that they do that. Guess who else they leverage? They also leverage Stellar. What is Stronghold built on? Stronghold is built on Stellar. Okay, so right here we know IBM WorldWire, Stronghold, IBM WorldWire, Stellar. Okay, and we know also that okay, let's come back here. Let's go back. Now let's also make the connection here to HBAR. Oh, you didn't see that tab. Okay, I'll come back to that tab. So here we have IBM for HBAR. Okay, you see some other ones here. Google, WorldPay again, Wipro, LG. Boeing was on here. I don't see them on here anymore unless I'm missing them. Deutsche Telekom. Yeah, Boeing was on here. I know Boeing's got a bad name lately here, but they were on here. So here we go with Stronghold. IBM leverages Stronghold blockchain infrastructure to transform payments. Okay, so not only does IBM's WorldWire use Stronghold, it also uses Stellar. Okay, and we already know Stellar is partnered with ZEBEC. We'll bring that up and show it to you. They just have not announced yet that they work with the XRP ledger. They do, though. They just haven't announced it yet. So partners down here, you can see Merle, which we just got through mentioning. Shout out to Blue Collar Crypto again with that. Circle, of course, we know. Stellar, there we go, right? So all of this is lining up for all the ISO cryptos as far as 714 goes. But let's not forget XRP. Let's not forget ZEBEC. Let's not forget Stronghold. Let's not forget Stellar. And for that instance, IBM. Okay, so let's see. Did we hit every one of these we wanted to hit? Okay, there's one here with Sam here that we want to listen to here. Remember also that ZEBEC is partnered with JP Morgan. But let's hear Sam here. Again, this is another one from Jetpack. Shout out to that guy.
That's what you are going up against. The biggest lending borrowing protocol has $15 billion. JP Morgan has $2 trillion. That's what you are going up against. And why does JP Morgan work? It has all the money. Well, first thing is trust and centralized party, and all those things are there. But more than that is simplicity, right? So you can think that back in like late 20th century, you used to have merchant banks and travelers bank. You used to have 50 different types of banks, right? And over the time, what banks realized was, hey, we can actually offer whatever that travelers bank is offering ourselves as well. And over the time, we actually had a much larger centralized banks, right? That's why we have the JP Morgan Chase of the world, right? So what they did was they made it easy for people to, use the banking products. So same thing we have to look in the DeFi and crypto perspective as well, is like we have hundreds of this protocol and they all do fascinating things, but users, like normal users.
And believe me, they're going to make it really easy once you connect in that digital identity. Oh man, it's going to be real easy. It's going to be real easy to get some stuff done. And just like Simon said, Simon says, right? Just like Simon said, if you don't have digital identity integrated into your stack, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So I think this is going to be like, that's really, really, really great news for ZEBEC.
Users are not going to understand this. My mom is not going to understand a difference between one AMM and another AMM, right? And these two AMMs are always going to fight with different yield pools and things like that. So how can we make easier for the mass consumer to actually use this? Is because first thing we're solving the demand problem of crypto by enabling payroll, right? Because everyone uses payroll. So once we have brought all the people to the party, right? Now our idea is how can we enable them to have a good time? And we can have a good time if the DJ is playing music properly in a row.
So yeah, you're going to bring everybody to the party if you're doing payroll. Payroll is like the entry, but it's the greatest entry of all time because it's where, like, and we're going to break this down on the Patreon too. Money is sacrifice. Technically money sacrifice. The beginning of kind of that sacrifice is time. Okay. You're sacrificing time for money. That time gets translated to money. Who does that? payroll. Payroll translates time into money. So they're getting the biggest source, the source that's needed the most improvement, hasn't been improved in 75 years. They're starting there with payroll. Then they're giving you a card where you're going to have you're going to have instant payment on it. Do you know how many consumers want like, can you imagine the moment you work? Like the moment you work, you could literally go on your lunch break and order something because you worked for 4 hours. Like the ease to that. And this is what he's saying basically, right? We want to make it easy for people. So easy. Now, imagine now your identity, your digital identity is there into this card. Anything you do, anything you want to do can be made easier now. If you want to go rent a car, like think about how messy that is, especially for a college student or somebody who's never rented a car before. Your identity is into that car. Renting a car will be easy as heck now because your digital identity is rolled into that card. Another thing that we've mentioned before, opening a bank account. That's really hard back in the day, back in my day when you were like 16 and you were trying to get your first job, and you're trying to get your first bank account. You need the bank account to get a job. Well, that's all rolled into your digital identity, into your ZBEC card. Think if you want to now rent an apartment, if you want to, like, so many things are going to be made easier by your digital identity being rolled into this instant card. Getting a house, getting a car, renting a car, renting anything you want pretty much, right? Getting a loan, right? Then we're now in the DeFi area, right? Getting a loan, clearing a loan, buying a house, which we know they're partnered with Propi, right? Or Propi, right? So, man, and they're partnered with ADP, the biggest payroll out there, the biggest payroll company out there. Man, oh, I'm on fire about this, bro. I'm so on fire about this,
bro. And it goes from certain beat per minute to a certain beat per minute, right? But if they come to a party and there's 9 music playing simultaneously, probably people are not going to have a good time. So that's kind of what's happening with DeFi. A lot of people are excited. They come in and they're like, wow, there's 95 different yield pools. Where do I put the money? So I think it enables a mass consumer to interact with DeFi more easily, and UI UX more than just UI UX problem is actually creates easier flow of DeFi. You want to get the money, you don't have to search 75 different places. It's right there, right? It's like the ease of use.
Wow, he's talked about something we haven't really talked about much, which is the DeFi side. So if you have this card, if you have your digital identity kind of into this card, and like I was saying earlier, and I didn't realize he was going to mention this, but yeah, if you do like need a loan, now it's very easy for you to do a loan. Okay, so they have loan services attached to this, and you have your real world assets attached to this. Now you can kind of leverage your real world assets. For instance, right? Your 401k. Your 401k is linked to your payroll. Now it can be leveraged as a real world asset, right? You wouldn't really want to do this, but you could. You want to just like pretend your 401k isn't there. However, if you wanted to leverage it to get a loan, now you can do that almost like immediately without zero red tape. It's all there. It's all in your digital identity. It would be very, very, very easy to do. So yeah.
So these are the early things, but over the long run, we will start to see other different interesting traction as well, where now protocols can partner with each other just within ZEBEC itself. So,
interesting. And then he said protocols can partner with each other. This is kind of exactly what Simon told us. He just gave us a little bit of it. He said now we can use and white label that digital identity and now kind of sell that to other programs or other. But I think that's exactly what Sam was hitting on at the end of this video here.
These are the early things, but over the long run, we will start to see other different traction, other different interesting traction as well, where now protocols can partner with each other just within ZEBEC itself. So,
oh man, this just makes me so crazy, gaga for what's going on with ZEBEC, man. Oh man. um if you're not entertained, if you're not excited for that, I don't know what else to tell you, man. I really don't. Let's go ahead and listen to these let's do our chats here. Okay, are we getting some stuff live going on with Israel right now? But yeah, let's go ahead and do our chats here. Start from the top. What's up? Mike loves utility cryptos. What's going on, brother? XRP and ZBCN definitely the chosen ones. I'm here, brother. What's up, WF Capital? Recruit Unite? ZBEC. Love it. Love it. BBS, ZBCN to $1 would be life changing. 100%. Clunk City, ZBCN, chosen one. Let's go. Beachy reposted this. Thank you so much. Intro is so dope. Yeah, shout out to Indigo Saint. Brother, he's recognized in Zimbabwe as an award-winning artist. Yeah, man, he really killed it. He just landed it so well. Shout out to Indigo Saint. Dave F, what's up, brother, man? Yeah, Trump with the F-bomb there. Let's freaking go. Bless up. Yeah, definitely hit the like button and share the video. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate it. Phantom Beat in the house. What's up? Rue, have you looked at Bad Idea AI coin? It looks like it's about to break out. How high do you think you see it going? It's 10 mil this cycle. 10 million market cap right now. I keep hearing people talk about that. Let's just go look at it right now. Why not? Let's go look at it right quick. Let's share this tab. Honestly, for me, the biggest AI plays are kind of wrapped inside of different cryptocurrencies. Like, for instance, you could call the ZEBEC an AI play. You could call, because they do have the ZBEC AI. You could call Circle an AI play if you wanted to buy the Circle stock. You could call Hedera an AI play. Honestly, those are the best AI plays to me that are wrapped inside of those. But let's take a look. Okay. That's a lot of tokenage. 668 trillion. That's a lot of tokenage. It's at 10 million market cap, you're right. Let's see what's up with the website. Okay, that's a pretty picture. I'm not sure how to take this. It's so hard with things like this. Like the reason why I like ZBEC and the reason why I like HBAR and all of that is because we have the big money behind it, right? Um, I'm not sure how to take a project like this. Let me see. Let me look at their socials and see who's following them. Mario in the Fall, Economic Ninja. Okay, so we got a lot of people kind of following them in the community. Swiss following them, CKJ, Crypto News is following them. A Train, you know, we got some people in the community following them. Blue Collar Crypto. But it's hard for me when it's like, okay, well, are there any, do they have any partnerships? Or is this just somebody kind of, you know, trying to just do it all on their own? You know, I'm not trying to foot it. I just don't understand. Let's see. Okay, partners. So they got marketers, Shibarium, Shiba Inu. It's hard, man. It's hard. I'm not sure what to say about this, man. Tangent, Change Now, Guardian. Okay, they have their own card, kind of. So it's hard for me with this. It's like, okay, well, when I see things that are this small, my question is, okay, now how are you gonna? What's your niche? How are you gonna do better than H bar, ZEBEC, XRP? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that's kind of always on my mind when I see small projects like this. How are you gonna beat the guys that already have the money behind them? That's the question that I always ask in my head. And you know, I'm not fully versed in this yet. I'm not footing it. I just don't know. This is my first time looking at it. It's just gonna be hard pressed. Like, you know, they got a lot of marketers, but who's like in the end, what are you making? Are you like I get like you got the word AI there, but and you might be with Shiba Inu, and you got some cool pictures, but I don't know. I'm not fudding it. I'm not. I just don't know enough about it yet, and you know, I'm not sure how this gets past other AI things that have like funders like, you know, we know Tim Draper is funding, you know, he and Circle are funding ZEBEC and they partner with ADP and all of that stuff. So how does a community project how can they beat that? That's my question. And if someone knows, I'm open to hear. Let's see here. New Jersey in the house. What's up? Do you think Jasmine can get to $1 this cycle? I would ask my Jasmine expert, Maximus Crypto. Honestly, I everything that I'm looking at from Jasmine, I look at from Max. I really don't necessarily I don't not cover it, but since Max, I know Max is covering it. I know Crypto Future covers it on the regular. I really don't try to cover it too much unless there's really some breaking news. So I would lean on those guys and what they think. My focus as far as coverage and research has been ZEBEC, XRP, you know, other things, you know, XCN, LCX, and others, right? But I don't know. I don't know at this point. It definitely seems like Jasmine has a lot of like deep and proven connections. Max is proven this. And with things like Panasonic and things like the Japan connection, it's quite possible. It's quite possible. I'm still holding my Jasmine. Cryptoholic. What's up, everyone? What's up, Milk Money? Hope we're having a good night. Appreciate the updates. Let's go, ZEBEC. Let's Square. What's up? Okay, we got the good sound. Fishing with Camel Joe. What's up? ZEBEC. What's up? What's up, Cloud99? We acknowledge the super chat. Crypto Clay getting some love. Some say Arthur is Satoshi. I saw that, McFly. That's a good point. That's a good point. I did see that. What's up, MacGyver? Gold Mining Projects Africa. All good. What's up, Camo? Let's go. Boy, bro, Willie, I believe 589 is tied to page 589 of Project 2025. That's a serious deep dive. I might have to check that out, bro. I might have to check that out. I'm gonna take a little picture for that. Chilling, make sure I get making sure I got the right moon boots. Love it. Love it. What's up, Jovan? What's up, Rob? Got us excited for what y'all got going on. Yeah, I'm really excited to partner with Rob and Maximus Crypto. We'll probably announce something very soon, man. I'm really, really excited. You know, those are two brothers, real brothers, man. Like, Rob, every time he sees some content of mine or some research I share, he acknowledges it. So does Max as well. I really appreciate those brothers, man. Real good brothers, man. Definitely continue to watch those guys. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for what I have going on with them. I actually just got off a call with them before I went live. Man, two real brothers right there. I gotta say. Watch the water, Crypto Clay. Okay, wait a minute. I'm not sure. WWG1 WGA. I'm gonna have to smoke a joint. This stream is getting deep. Brandon BTC plus ETH equals XRP. Oh wow, the gematria. Interesting, Brandon Brown. Let's start that. What's up, Kurt Dog? Q told me 4 years ago XRP. Wow, Crypto Clay breaking out Q. Q told me 4 years ago XRP to 4 digits on inauguration day. See, this is why we need the Patreon, so we can talk freely about stuff like that. That's exactly why we need the Patreon. And I'm going to start bringing that more into the Patreon to talk about stuff like that. XRP to 4 digits on inauguration day. Back then, we thought Trump was coming back then. The timeline makes more sense now. See, Crypto Clay, I'm going to start that. Because people were talking, quote unquote, truthers, right? We're talking back then that Donald Trump was connected to XRP. Way back then. First presidency, people were talking about that. And those guys get zero credit nowadays. Like, so when I saw Trump, you know, with Stuart Alderati and Brad Garlinghouse, I wasn't surprised. But everybody's like, oh. But truthers pointed that junk out years ago. Years ago. Why now, RDB? 13 years, bruh. Well, it's that 13 number. That's what that's all about. NCS WIC US. Wow, I'm not sure what that means, brother. Not sure what that means. Charlie J. Fire. Witchcraft, mate, don't be deceived. Well, you know, some people might view it as that. But if you look, I'm a coder, right? The way that code works, right, is that you can put in some code, and the code is like it's like basically pseudo syntax, right? It's just like making a sentence or a essay, right? But you're putting it in a certain syntax the computer understands, like human readable, in English. But then it breaks it down to zeros and ones. That is no different. That's zero difference. So, is coding witchcraft? I would not say so. So, neither is gematria, in my opinion. That's just my honest opinion. Zero is not a number. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Dave. Yep. Salutations. What's up, Detroit 313? 589 is tied to Sunday as the false Sabbath in the project 2025. If crypto is the new financial system, then everyone who doesn't comply will be cut off from buying and selling. It's interesting. That's interesting. Crypto Clay, Shane Ellis theory. Jose De La Torre, what's up? What's up, Ruel? Glad you're on live. Still on the full-blown accumulation mode. Go ZBCN. Let's go. Crypto Clay, the number 3 represents 3 points of a triangle. Yep. And comes up quite frequently in Freemasonry. Yep. The number 17 represents the 17th letter of the alphabet, which is Q. Kronk City, ZEBEC. Rocket ship, probably nothing. Watch the water. Jack Thompson, what's up, brother? Shalom. Shalom, brother Rue. Crypto wealth and perfect health to all in Joshua's name. Let's go. Richard Schumer, Trump shot on July 13th. Kennedy shot on November 22nd. Any connections to the ISO dates? Well, the ISO date is July 14th, which we got the whole jackpot, right? And, July 13th is July 14th somewhere, right? Any connections to the ISO dates? I think so. What up, E? What up, fam? Ripple and ZEBEC logo, a ship. Swift coin logo, a water drop. Liquidity. Watch the water. Let's go, bro. I love it. Let's start out with. I love it, bro. Exactly. 100%. Watch the water. See, I never thought about it that way when you were saying it. I didn't think about liquidity, but you're right. Watch the water. 100%. 100%. You're skipping audio in and out. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me make sure I'm not moving around too much. That's probably what that is there. My bad. Getting a little bit too hype over here. Thank you, Jack. Jetpack Jo, the GOAT, 100%. Sport Your Kicks reposted the stream. Thank you so much, Sport Your Kicks. Star is that. Nice catch, Crypto Clay. Stream of value. Watch the water. Here we go. Crypto Clay, water. Crypto Clay, Trump, Brad, the ship portrait at Mar-a-Lago. Research the history of that portrait. Okay. Yep, we'll have to do that. Let me take a picture of that. Boom, 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 boom. Facts, we cover stocks and crypto, etc. Boom. What's up, Ave? Adam Move 333. What's up, Rue? WWG1G. WWG1G. No, sorry. WWG1WGA. Did Israel lose? Okay. Damn straight, brother. Rue, call it crypto and Jetpack always have solid stuff. 100%. What's up, Dreamer? Boeing concluded its tenure on the Heredero Council as of February of this year, apparently. Thank you for that, Dreamer. Appreciate it. Star that. SHX, my true mistress. Love, don't tell XRP. I heard a rumor about the NFL and ZBCN. Ooh, that would be very interesting. What's up, Pharmacopoeia? What's up, Rue? These dips are short-lived. I can't. So short-lived. I can't sleep through them. 100%, man. Can't sleep through those dips. Phantom B, I'm cheating on XRP with ZBEC. Oh man, y'all, you guys are killing me, bro. Phantom Beat, Dave F. What's up, Carol B989? Hit the like. Let's go. What's up, Larry Jennings? Appreciate you coming through. Hope people know how to manage their money and identities. 100%. Thank you for disabling all the FUD on ZBEC, big bag, waiting and knowing the wealth transfer is in the making. 100%. That ninja brought up a bad idea a few months ago. Who's that? Okay, got you. Bad idea AI is that in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Looks like it. AM is the baddest. Ripple, show enough. What's up? Throw $100 at it and forget about it. Yeah, you could do that. I am the baddest. Ripple, no. Am I the meanest? Ripple Nuff? Am I the prettiest? Ripple Nuff? I'm XRP of the Shogun Crypto. I love it, guys. You guys got me rolling over here, man. I hope I'm not still going in and out, guys. But you guys got me laughing. Let's go Bitcoin to 0. Satoshi started unloading supposedly the wallet that held the mysterious Bitcoins. Ooh, that's crazy. Yeah, man. I long said that maybe XRP passes Bitcoin in market cap. I did a whole show on that. I really think that might happen. Yes, hello, Rue and team. Trump was supposedly tweeting about Pepe. Really? Well, Pepe is an American crypto, so that's pretty interesting. It is an American crypto, so you can get 0 capital gains taxes on Pepe, and also I think Pepe you can buy that on Robinhood, by the way. So let's just look that up right quick. That might be another play on, Robinhood. I just want the cryptos that you offer. Robinhood crypto list. Okay, this might get us close to it. Okay, yeah, Robinhood Markets is broadening its crypto offerings. So Solana and Pepe. Okay, so they did add it. They also added, of course, XRP and ADA. So yeah, they did add it. So that's interesting. Okay, you guys couldn't see that. So this confirmed they did add Pepe. So that's pretty interesting. Dave F, I don't see it as cheating. It's like ZEBEC is the younger second wife. We got the sister wives in here now, GS and Dave F. The matrix code is 0 and 1 because all people think about is X. Yeah, 100%. Of course, 0 and 1 is also alpha and omega, by the way. The beginning and the ending. So, what's up, Mark? Your opinion on Circle stock and Tesla stock? Are they good AI investments? Of course they are. Of course they are. Over time, will Circle split? I probably think the Circle will split over some time, right? Circle might continue going down because Cathie Wood just dumped a whole bunch of it. Let me see if we can find that article. I have, here, let's see. Cathie Wood, Circle, dumps, Circle. Ooh, I can't type today. Well, I read somewhere that she dumped 1.09 million, which 19, of course, right? And that she bought. Okay, some people are saying I heard that she dumped it and she bought Robinhood and let me see. Dump Circle for Hood. Huh. There it is. Okay. Circle falls, AMD upgrade, Cathie Wood buys Circle or Coinbase and Robinhood. Okay, so she sells ARK Circle Holdings while buying Coinbase and Robinhood. AMD pops off after CFRNA. This is another one I gave the patrons, by the way. Whoops. Sorry, I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, it's another one I gave the patrons, by the way, is AMD. You always need to find a ship to find salvation, 100%. But yeah, they're good investments. But I think at this point in time, I think Robinhood is better than them, in my opinion. But not financial advice. Do what you want to do there. You always need a ship to find salvation, 100%. Pharma only when I'm not thinking about fishing. Okay, this is moving kind of slow today. Let me see if I can close some more sites here. Close. Close that. Close that. Okay. The theme is bad AI is bullish. Question is if AI is a good or bad thing. Imagine how far this theme can go because it's applicable in today's early stages of AI. I see it going 40, 50x. Gotcha. Dreamer, thank you for the super chat. $7.99 super chat from Dreamer here. Bro, I can't get over the fact that ZEBEC is commonly spelled, yes, ZEBEC with an X. It's low-key an X ISO coin. 100%. Okay, definitely star that if we could here. Yeah, we're going to just leave that there for y'all. You think ZEBEC starts at $1, or do you think it can go to $2 or higher, boss? man, $2 or higher is just a crazy thing to think about as far as market cap. But let's just get to $1 first, and we'll see where it goes from there. But if you're looking at what, like, especially if they do something like escrow, like Stronghold is doing, but who knows? Like, if they have all these different payroll people using them, and they're doing all these different buybacks, like they could, the buybacks alone could like just put so much back in escrow, like, because that's essentially what it's doing. The buyback is making things deflationary, and at that point is basically kind of escrowed. So it's crazy when you think about if this gets in the hands of like university students and like governments, where they can use like derivatives to government workers. Like, that buyback can be crazy, 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 because people can just always go spend on their ZBEC card, right? So that buyback can look really crazy over time. LOL Alpha and Omega, that would mean either you're the top or the bottom. Right, right. It could mean that, but again, it can also mean death and life, life and death. It can mean Ouroboros, right? Hence, money is sacrifice. It's the life and death. It's the, I'm eating something to keep myself alive. It's all of that. Would be cool if ZBCN gets a government contract. Y'all know it's coming one day. The government, like ADP, must adapt 100%. I finally convinced my non-crypto girlfriend that ZBCN can go to $1. That's why I'm going so hard on these dips. She likes money. Let's go, Jose De La Torre. If you can convince your girlfriend, like if you convince, like, shout out to crypto ladies. Shout out to the crypto ladies before I say something that sounds I'm just gonna stop talking before I say something that sounds sexist. I don't want to sound sexist. Shout out to the crypto ladies out there. Shout out Carol B989. Shout out to shout out to the crypto ladies watching the stream. I'm just gonna not say something that sounds sexist. My sister's out there too. I know she's like, don't you dare do. Shout out to my sister. I respect all the ladies of crypto, by the way. I respect all y'all. I respect y'all all. But it's not too many of y'all in cryptocurrency. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And if you can get the ladies to be on board with the cryptocurrency, that's something right there. That's something. See, that wasn't bad, was it? That was nice. That was nice. Right, ladies? That was nice what I just said. So yeah, guys, a nice 1 hour and 18-minute show. I know it's like you guys are the real diehards out here right now, right? The market isn't the best market right now, but you guys are keeping up with it. You're watching, and this is the time you should be buying, right? Everybody wants to buy when things are popping, but you actually want to train yourself to buy when things are low. This is the buy time right now, right? This is it. So, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys for probably not selling, right? You probably didn't sell. You didn't let this potential World War III deter you. Shout out to you guys, okay? And definitely put in the chat, put in the comments, not in the chat here, but in the comments of the video. It helps the channel. It helps spread us around. It helps us get bigger. Put in the chat ZEBEC, but I want you to spell it with an X. Okay, so ZEBEC. Okay, put ZEBEC in the chat of the video at the end here. Like axolotls do this. Sometimes they eat themselves to survive. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Pharmacopoeia. Nice, guys. So thank you guys so much for a wonderful show. And I'm out. Peace.